Hey, Hebrew fans! So I decided to go ahead and try to do another live video. We'll see if it works this time. And the story was, or the idea was asked today on one of my Facebook pages I go to all the time. Do you take commissions? And if not, why not? So I have a story to tell of why I no longer take commissions. So let me start with our Fat Skeletor, the new adventure Skeletor. So we got this really cool Skeletor, and I liked it because it's the new adventures, but it's made really cool. Well, a couple problems with the Skeletor, besides his belly showing right here, is you can see he's got the fat armor issue. And for those that know me and have seen my videos, this is one of my huge complaints, is the fat armor issue. And what it is when Mattel made this one, they put the clasp for hooking it right here, which then doubles up the thickness of the rubber in this area right over the lat muscle, and it creates this really thick rubber piece. And so this is supposed to be his skin, not even armor. It's supposed to be his blue skin, and he looks like he's super fat because his arms won't even go down, and he's got the big old fat thing on there. Now, a couple things. As Mattel heard about this fat armor issue, they decided to fix it by gluing this. So this guy is actually glued together so you can't even take it off, which makes sense. It's supposed to be his skin, so it shouldn't come off. But since they glued it on there, they should have at least made it so it went over the top of the figure and had a nice, slim, trim fit, instead of just gluing this big old thick globular cluster on the side. Because of the way it sits, it also kind of pushes out from his belly a little bit. So you have to really shove him in to get the belly to close. Well, now you got his chest concaved all the time in. And this particular figure, his head doesn't go up very easily, so he's always looking down at his belly button. I call it the belly button gazing Skeletor. So I spent some time trying to figure out how to make this guy fit better. And so I made this figure here. And this was my skinny rendition of him. And the hard part is the armor, when you take it off, it has those thick clasps. So you have to cut it, and you cut off about a quarter of an inch. And after you cut it off, you're left with this little thin, little rubber piece that then you have to try to super glue and connect back up together. And then after you have it connected, it's got to fit smooth and actually look like it was made to fit that way. So you can see trying to reline this back up becomes quite the hassle. You also have to sand the inside of the armor too, as well as sand the lats. So you do is you take, here's another Skeletor to show just for picture purposes. What you do is you take these lats on the side right here that stick way out, and you sand them down. And you have to be careful. If you sand them too far, you'll go through the plastic. So you have to go down pretty far, and you could feel when the plastic starts to get kind of loose. But you can see how far these stick out. And the trick is not only do you have to sand them, you have to also radius them out so they look good. Otherwise, the armor is going to sit weird on there too. So it takes a lot of effort to get it just right. Then after you do that, you then have to cut the armor, and then you have to stretch it over super tight. And your fingers are just killing you after you stretch this, trying to get that armor to close back up in the right area so it looks decent. And so this was what somebody asked me to make. They said, hey, I liked your skinny Skeletor. Can you make another one? Now this is actually the one that I made for commission. This is actually mine right here. Sorry, I should have looked at that, noticed right at the bat. But I want you to notice the shoulders right here. So let's look at the original one. Here's the original one. And look at how that arm's connected, that weird connection point right here. And so we were thinking, hey, they swapped the shoulders like they have done in the past. So the first thing you could do is you could do a shoulder swap on it. And when I first did a shoulder swap, I noticed that this weird thing was now on the other side. So for my personal figure, I actually gave him 2 left shoulders. And that way that it fit better on both sides. I can see it shifted a little bit because it's the left side, but it looks way better than that weird, awkward kind of undercut bulge that it has. So you can kind of see the difference. So he actually has 2 left shoulders, and it does fit a lot better. So that was my fix, and you can see how I had to trim the sides on there as well to make it fit. So that was my version. In fact, mine actually has some crud marks there because it's not really good. Well, this was a commission that I did. And the guy, I told him out the bat, hey, I got to get a new figure. So I bought a new figure. They weren't that cheap yet. They were still kind of on the higher side of the price. I took pictures as I was building it. Now, I got to admit, the first time I put this together, it was a mess. I had to fill in extra rubber while I pulled it apart and kept redoing it over and over to get it look really good. When I was all done with it, the guy's like, yeah, I don't want it. And well, being this is still NA Skeletor, New Adventure Skeletor, he doesn't sell very good on the secondary market. So even though I made a special custom skinny one, and I actually even painted all these silver too, it's really cool looking. Um, I tried to sell them on eBay afterwards, trying to recoup, and it just would not go high enough, so I didn't end up selling them. Now I did replace the arms since then. I didn't like the silver personally, but the guy who wanted the custom wanted him silver, so that's why I did it. So now I got basically two figures that are the same. My custom, my original, and the one I made for the guy. And so, when life gives you lemonades, what do? You make lemon. No, wait. Or whatever. They get the same. So I decided to make the best of this. So let me show you some cool customs I did at this guy. I was stuck with them. First one is I gave him a different hood. Now this hood I bought on Shapeways, not Shapeways, I bought on eBay, so it's a little bit tighter fit, kind of a hard plastic, and then I had to repaint it to match exactly because the paint didn't quite match. And again, it's kind of a tight fit. And then the other hood I made for him was, I had an extra Eldor hood. I thought, you know what, that's kind of cool looking. It has kind of the cloth kind of cool look, corduroy. And I think I actually did this one first before I bought the other one. And then I think I got this from a Ninja Turtle. I'm not sure, but look at that. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. I thought, I could take that a step further. So I bought some extra pieces that came with Vicron, and it was the leg pieces when he turns into a tank. And I took those tank pieces and I painted them purple, and I stuck them on here. And when you got that cool helmet on top and these pieces, it just looks really cool. Let me go and show you. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. And now he looks almost like that Discs of Doom, I think it's called. I'm not sure. Terror Doom, Terror Discs. I don't know what it's called, but it was a New Adventures Skeletor they made at one time. And with this helmet on and that, he kind of looks like that version of Skeletor, sort of. And it's kind of cool, and I kind of like that. Now, generally, when I have the Skeletor, I actually do usually keep this particular hood on him. That's usually the way usually the way that I display him. And so this way it gives me a little bit of a different display feature than the standard skinny Skeletor I made. So just a slight difference. And that's what I did because I could not sell my custom. So there's actually other commission stories that I have. I'm not going to share today. But that's basically it. Why I don't do commissions anymore is because some people just get too picky during the commission build. And I've seen it many times where I'll be in the middle making something. Hey, can you do this? How about this? How about that? It's like, So now, if you want something made from me, send me a message. Go to he-bro.com. Go to my Facebook. You can send me a message if you want something. And if I think it's cool, I will make that figure and I'll stick it on eBay. And that way then you can bid on the figure. That way then it's kind of a fair shake for everybody. And if I don't think it's cool or it's not going to sell, I'm not going to make the commission for you because I've had too many commissions go wrong. Even this one guy, he kept asking me, I just want some Hebrew armor. Can you please sell me Hebrew armor? And I was like, I don't know. I usually don't. Usually I build the Hebrews and I mail them out. So finally I broke down and did sell the guy. Oh, hey, thanks, man. Fan for life. Thank you. I appreciate that. So finally I did break down and sell the guy the Hebrew armor. And the yellow armor, when you put it on, it snapped right here because I don't think the guy heated the armor up first. And for this armor, not this one, but for the Hebrew armor, you got to heat it up first. And it's a little thin in those areas, so it can break very easily. So then, of course, I felt bad and gave the guy back, some of his money back. First, I said just mail it back because I was kind of irritated because I knew that it could break so easily. And so again, that's why I only try to sell completed figures now that are customs on eBay. And if they don't sell, then I'll make just one. If they sell good, I might make a second or third. Remind you of my childhood. Oh, hey, thanks, man. Yep. So anyway, that's all I got today. Oh, hey, I did make some models. I made this Death Star. Dun, 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 dun. And I did make this Star Destroyer, and these are for parts of my new video I've been working on. So I'm getting some of my stuff ready that I've been showing you guys for a while with my. So be prepared to watch my new video. I've been working on some really cool graphics. I'm working on them for a while now, and I'm really excited to show you guys my new video I'm working on. I probably got about another 10 weeks before it's done. So subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you can see my cool new video once it's done, and it's going to be awesome. I've been buying all kinds of stuff for it and getting ready for the new video. All right, you guys, thanks again for watching. Sorry for the negative connotation of why I don't do commissions anymore, but sometimes it's just frustrating. Hey, thanks, man. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I will keep up the good work. Bye now.